Is this Las Vegas, Monte Carlo, Macau? No, it's Nova Gorica. For several years now, this small Slovenian town on the border with Italy has been the gaming capital of Europe. In 1947, when the Italian border was redrawn for the umpteenth time, the town of Gorica was handed to Italy. All that was left for Yugoslavia were the outer eastern suburbs. Tito immediately began to build another town, Nova or New Gorica. For 60 years, a wall separated the two towns. Over the decades, Station Square became a symbol of this division. In 2004, Slovenia joined the EU to symbolise the country's plans to sign up to the 2007 Schengen Agreement, which abolishes border controls. The barrier known as the Little Berlin Wall was demolished and a mosaic was laid where the wall had stood. These days, Nova Gorica is a modern city, but one which nonetheless remains attached to its history. This is the Gorički Museum, and its director is a prime example of someone from this neck of the woods. His mother's Italian, his father Austrian, his daughter Slovenian, while he was born in the former Yugoslavia.
People
living on the border have a double opportunity. On the one hand, they have economic advantages living there. On the other, they develop psychologically in a different way compared to those who don't live close to the border. Besides, people on both sides try to exploit its advantages. For example, they know that they can buy products across the border that are cheaper than in their own country.
That's the case for Signora Mirella, who lives on the Italian side of Gorica and who from time to time crosses into Slovenia to do her shopping in Nova Gorica.
Things began to change way back when Slovenia broke away from Yugoslavia. The shopkeepers in Nova Gorica became much more friendly and open. They weren't like that before. These days, since we joined the EU, and you no longer have to show your papers at the border, it's like we all live in the same town. Before, it was worth going over because lots of things were cheaper: bread, milk, meat, even fabric material, petrol and cigarettes as well. But these days, there's no point going for food shopping as the prices are more or less the same. Now I go because I find that certain products are better over there. I have to say, to be honest, I go because I take my bike and it means I get some exercise.
So prices are more or less the same now, apart from petrol and cigarettes. Over on the Italian side, the tobacconists and pump attendants are up in arms. But the mayor of Nova Gorica has the answer ready.
For 50 years, we've been going to Italy to get coffee, jeans, even underwear. The competition for our business here was intense. But this has changed now, as the inhabitants of Nova Gorica have no reason to go to Italy to get these things. They're available here for the same price. The Italians will simply have to get used to the competition.
Competition and business, two magic words. Nova Gorica also wants to make the most of its natural advantages. For example, the breathtaking beauty of the Socha River, where top-level kayak competitions are held.
However, I have to say that certain borders and barriers remain in our heads. We have a lot to offer our next-door neighbours in Italy, but Italians are still cautious about trusting us and investing in Slovenia.
And the potential is there. The town and its inhabitants are very dynamic. But the tourists only seem to have one thing on their minds, and that is the casinos.
More than 90% of our clients are Italian. They mainly come from the Venice and Trieste areas and Emilia-Romagna. They stay for a day, sometimes it's a stopover, and then they head off to another European capital.
Out of the 20,000 people who live in Nova Gorica, 2,000 work in the town's casinos. That's 10% of the population. Nova Gorica is often renamed as Slow Vegas in recognition of its gambling industry.
In Slovenia, gambling is completely above board. It's directly regulated by the state. Each client who comes to the casino must be officially registered. When we signed up to the Schengen Agreement, new markets opened up. For example, the Chinese community in Italy, which is very large. They no longer need a visa to enter Slovenia. You can't deny it. The economic crisis is having an effect here. Not in terms of visitor numbers, but people are certainly being more prudent with the amount of money they're gambling with.
Crisis or no crisis, even if it means they only have a few euros to put in the 1,800 slot machines, around 2 million visitors a year still come to the casinos in Nova Gorica. So it's Jeux Sans Frontières in Nova Gorica, Europe's Las Vegas. But not for this one. As far as he's concerned, this is Memphis, Tennessee.